You know the drill. Clock strikes 12, you cheer, you toast, and you think that all of a sudden your problems are solved. You have a new lease on life and unending willpower to get you through every one of your goals so you can crush the new year. And then, February happens. It's cold, it's dark, and you are buried in so many sweaters and blankets that you don't have the slightest interest in doing anything to achieve that beach body that you swore would happen this year. How about making 2019 different? How about, instead of making false promises to yourself, you follow my tips on how to set your intentions for the new year and take action so that you can stay on track for the long term? Hey friends! Welcome back to Simply Bentley and Happy New Year! If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on anything mindfulness, self-care, or intentional living. Today, we are talking all things New Year's. How many of us have done it? You've declared to yourself, this is the year. This is the year that I'll get my finances in order. This is the year that I'll lose that 15 pounds. This is the year that I'll finally get organized. Only to make one or two huge yet totally unsustainable changes in the first few weeks of January, but then completely write off your resolutions by Valentine's Day. This is such a common occurrence that there are countless jokes and memes about failed New Year's resolutions or just the fact that you're not even going to bother trying. Give this video a thumbs up if you, like me, are guilty of occasionally posting these things because of how true they ring to you. Today I'm going to give you the secrets of what finally taught me to take control of my year and help me to have two of the most productive years yet. Step one is going to be to reflect on the past year. In order to know how far you've come, you have to know where you've been. So I like to ask myself questions such as, what did I accomplish? What worked? What didn't? Why did I get off track? And what helped me succeed? For me, my own answers look something like this. In 2018, I started a YouTube channel and a blog, and I became more active with volunteering. What worked for me was consistency with my YouTube channel and never missing a week once I started, and also networking both for YouTube and in my personal life. What didn't work for me was consistency with blogging and developing my own personal style with my YouTube videos. I got off course because I wasn't spending enough time asking myself the questions that could have guided me to a better outcome, and also spending too much time consuming other media. The things that helped me succeed were the Jump Cut community, which I have a video about and I can link below, and also waking up by 5 a.m. to work on my channel. These answers gave me the foundation to know where I finished the year at, as well as some ideas on things I need to continue doing, improve on, or stop doing altogether. The second step, believe it or not, is not to make a list of resolutions. The second step is something that I started about 2 years ago, and it is to choose a word for the year. This word will be the thing that really sets the tone for your year. So you really want to spend some time looking up actual definitions, as well as thinking about the kind of feelings associated with that word. For example, for 2018, I almost chose the word survive, which in the moment of brainstorming seemed like a great idea, maybe because of some Destiny's Child inspiration. But really, when I thought about it, surviving is really kind of, at sometimes, just barely hanging on. So what I ended up going with instead was thrive, which among other things means to prosper or flourish, which was very fitting since my word for 2017 was actually flourish. For me personally, I never reveal my word of the year until the year is over. And I do this because if I were to tell people my word, they could maybe unintentionally cause me to have some negative feelings about it. Like, if I'm in a really terrible mood and I just need to be grouchy for a minute, some of my friends would probably look at me and say, "Now Bentley, is this attitude really helping you to thrive right now?" And although they mean well, it could make me have like just some negative feelings towards that word. So instead I choose to keep my word private to myself and ask myself those questions, which I do, at a time when I am ready to take the steps to change my attitude about the situation. Then I use that answer to figure out how to move closer to my ideal state. The final step is to set yourself up for success. There is a tendency at the beginning of the year to take on too much or to look at a massive goal and feel totally overwhelmed by it. Now that you have your guiding word for the year, use that word as your intention. And then yes, you will make a list of a few goals for the year. If you want a whole video on goal setting, let me know in the comments below. But the basis of how I achieve my goals really revolves around two things, and those are habits and reviewing. Basically, anytime that you want to achieve a goal, whether it's weight loss, financial freedom, or starting a side hustle, You have to develop the habits that support this goal. Sure, you can want to lose 50 pounds this year, but if you set a totally unrealistic and unsustainable goal of spending an hour a day, 6 days a week in the gym, but you haven't worn gym shoes since your last phys ed class in high school, probably not going to be an easy habit to try and develop. Now, I'm not saying not to challenge yourself, not at all. What I am saying is that you're more likely to stick with habits that'll help you reach your goals if you don't try to take on every single thing at once. In the case of losing 50 pounds, 6 days a week for an hour a day in the gym is probably not realistic, but maybe you could just park at the end of the parking lot at work or start every meal with a serving of fruits or vegetables. Then once you've developed these as habits, you can move on and build from those. And who knows, maybe by the end of the year, you will love being at the gym so much it'll be hard for you to leave after an hour. Yes, these things are going to take some discipline. However, they are much more realistic steps to begin with, and they'll help you build the confidence to challenge yourself further. For the reviewing portion of achieving goals, there are tons of ways to go about this, but my personal favorite is the plain and simple habit tracker. Basically, every day that you do the habit or action that you're trying to develop into daily routine, you give yourself a mark. This is very reminiscent to me of those elementary school teacher calendars with like the stickers, for good behavior or whatever it was. And I mean, basically it's the same thing. You're rewarding yourself for doing something you should be doing or not doing something you shouldn't be doing. If you're just starting out, put your habit tracker somewhere where you always see it. Whether it's your bathroom mirror, on your fridge, next to your computer at work. Put it somewhere that you know you're going to see it every single day, and then as you complete your actions, add those marks to your habit tracker. Once you see them starting to make a chain, you're not going to want to miss a day. Each week, look back on your progress and see how far you've come. And remind yourself why you want to continue doing this habit and why your goal is important to you. If at any point during the year you begin to feel yourself getting off track, look back to your word of the year and ask yourself, what should you be doing to move closer to that ideal? And then take action based on your answer. All of these things together will make your new year resolution proof. The ones that are long forgotten by spring break. You'll be able to achieve more than you ever thought possible and have your most rewarding year yet. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know down below if you plan to incorporate some of these tips into your new year. I, for one, am so excited to get started. If you haven't seen my video on how to create the perfect planner to fit your needs, I'll link it down below and in the end cards as well. That'll give you the chance to check out my 2019 planner, and yes, it includes habit trackers. If you'd like to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I appreciate every person who watches these videos, and I will see you next Tuesday for another video. See you later.